body's recovered at least. Zenobia says that it's spread. I suppose that makes sense. When you cast that much magic, it's bound to. We knew that casting would make it worse. I need to not rely so heavily on it. But I suppose old habits are difficult to break. And we'll carry on. Zenobia promised not to tell the others. Not until we have to. It's not worth the extra worries. And it doesn't matter if my condition worsens or not. I'm here to fulfill a purpose. And whether or not my body decides to tolerate it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna pretend this is water. I'm here either way. I'll do what I came here to do. Why can't I pick up the ladle? Nothing else. Hello. How are you?
Good. Tori's actually looking for you. I separated from her just now. Since I saw this room.
I see.
She went. Tori.
Thank you.
For you.
No problem.
Oh, what is it?
The one up in your hand. He hands you dandelion leaves.
Thank you. I'll make use of them.
It went well.
Good. I'm glad. I am glad to see that you had returned as well. I didn't like wondering whether or not you'd be back. I wonder what it is you think of when you walk these halls. Silently. Alone. I wonder if your heart aches. And what it aches for, exactly. The answer can be multiple things, but I wonder if you'll allow it. We need to discuss what we're doing next. But I suppose that would mean I need to find others. You're not even afraid.
This is so difficult to find people.
I was just thinking that. We ought
If
to.
I went up and around, and if you come through here, then...
Oh. Perhaps they're deeper in?
No, they wouldn't have been. They were just up here. I really don't want to use my sight.
We can find them. You don't need to. We will just persist.
We still have time.
Does it make you uncomfortable to use it?
It could be in the tower.
It could be. It's hard to tell. I was just thinking that we ought to talk about what we're going to do next, but that's going to be difficult if we can't find anybody.
Is there? Oh yes, there is an entrance here. Maybe they are here.
Okay.
I think that is a dead end.
Last
And
I
that just goes
checked.
back to the other side.
Well, we could backtrack or we could go full circle.
I'm not sure.
Well, we know they're not going that way. The gate's closed that way, so I doubt that they traveled through.
Okay.
It must be the towers.
Must be. I mean, by now, probably not.
Is there anyone in particular you're looking for? I could send them your way if I find them before.
Well, listen, wanted to talk with you. I had an idea about something of his. Didn't know if it'd do anything. Other than that, I have no one.
I see.
I don't think Scritch is here. Otherwise, I would speak with him.
Right. I am worried about the state of his condition. And what comes next, I suppose.
Gotcha.
There's one.
Am I seeing things, or is that an angel up there? In the tower. Is
There's an angel up there.
they here?
What?
Why are they here?
They don't know. You don't remember them.
Maybe. I didn't do anything, did I?
No. But you did seem not quite yourself when they arrived. We found them when retrieving the gravity principle. As far as I can tell, they're only a piece of what they were. They're missing memories. And who knows what
So
else.
you don't know?
No.
Great. Just one more thing to the list.
Yes. I've asked them all I can for the time being. For now, we just have to wait for them to remember. Unfortunately, as they do, I'm worried what they'll become. We were not to associate with their kind very often.
Okay. Great. One more thing to the list.
Yes. I worry that if they remember what they are and what they're capable of, they will stand against everything that you and I are working towards.
I mean, they let you come down here. Were they not exactly happy with it?
Let is not the word that I would choose.
I wonder if the same is for him.
Could be.
Beat that.
There's someone up there with him.
Could be the others. Do you want to go up?
We could. I doubt we'd be intruding on much.
Don't exactly see a door for that.
Could be the stairs. And then up from there. Ushabti is on the towers to our right.
Great.
Let's say, oh, I should also tell you, you know Pat, correct? He has things listed in black upon him with their past. Every single magic that says that his past. The backlash is said to some slaves that we have back on a different island in the homeland, for lack of a better term.
I'll be back in a moment. I'm having issues with my ear, and they're annoying me.
Okay.
Yes, welcome to the modern day.
This wasn't the way anyway. Maybe it would be intruding. Maybe I'll leave it be. Be a shame if you fell.
I would catch myself.
It's a long drop for a mortal.
You know, there's some perks of being what I am now.
Does it entail taking long falls?
Only if I have to.
It's nice up here.
That's why I chose it. Good view. Better than last night.
I suppose. Staring at a wall, not your liking.
You get bored of it after a while. That's the great thing about pyramids. All the defense and none of the stuff that gets in the way.
We'll probably gather at one point to discuss next moves. I don't know when and I don't know where, but if you're not present, I'll let you know.
I appreciate it, Anna.
Be well.
You too.
He seems different. Something is on his mind.
Not sure. I'm sort of busy getting shot whenever I was here last.
Could we not go to the basement?
Why?
Could we just not?
Okay, I don't know where the round table is then. Do you know where the round table is?
It's under, but not in the basement.
Okay.
It's this way. Is that where the others are headed?
Yes.
Round table.
This is not the best memories here.
No.
You are safe.
Sorry. Keeps going down.
You're nearly to the bottom.
Right, alright. I just here and nowhere else.
How are you faring?
That was good.
I'm glad.
Confused, but good.
Yes, I imagine you are. What is different here?
Everything is twisted.
Yes.
So, how was your side of
Did
things?
What?
Fine. Did he not follow you down here?
You're
No.
the one that told us to go down here.
We'll grab.
I don't know why he's sitting all the way over there. He
To be-
bites sometimes, but not people.
Honestly, because it's closest to the exit.
Okay. Okay, then I don't blame you.
I know we're relatively safe, but I suppose old habits die hard.
We need to take down this banners. We need to redecorate.
You said you have bad memories of this place.
Just a really close encounter.
This is where Scritch died.
And where you nearly died.
I see. Yes. I can imagine how that would be unsettling. Brings dread to one's heart, especially if it were a close encounter with someone that you love.
Were you on the side of recovering the Bisrack or the Shackle?
The Bizrak. I'm not sure its status at the moment, but my only hope is that it doesn't wake angry. It wasn't able to be spoken to, from what I could tell. Or it simply did not want to.
I'll see if there's anything I can do with what Mother gave me. See if I can talk to it, or calm it at the very least.
Yes. It's, very angry. Be careful.
Yeah. From what I understand, that's how every hunted beast acts.
Yes.
There are tons
It
of
was
mercenaries
in
out
a
there.
cave.
Back at its own home. No wonder why it's
If
usually
it was in a cave and was an animal, you would just be trying to protect your home, would you not?
Perhaps.
Territory.
Either way, it will wake confused and likely still angry. All I'm suggesting is that we're careful with the approach.
I will. I've had good luck so far. At least
Indeed.
with principles.
He barely fits in the fucking chair. Anna's awful at, like, small
This will
talk.
probably be a repeat question later, but what principle should we go after next? Or what continent?
That's the question. We seem to have treaded slightly away from our original intent of looking for the newborn. Perhaps if we can continue on that path.
Need to find him sooner rather than later.
Agreed. And if there's a principle along the
Newborn.
way, even better.
Explain.
There's a child. One that we saw in... I'm not quite sure how I would describe it to you, but it essentially showed us the newborn caught between the Dark Lord and one of our supposed allies.
Apologies for my delay.
That's fine.
Trying to find everyone around here is a bit more of a hassle, and I didn't. One of these days we need to figure out how to recreate sending stones now, don't we?
Someone could
I'm
probably
sure-
explain it better to you than I.
I'm sure Primus could make something for
Ha!
us.
That's really funny. He's
Very
literally
good.
rock.
The only issue is that we're going to need the resources of someone to cast it and be willing to take that backlash. I feel like we're missing someone.
Ushabti.
I'm not going to go looking for him.
I told him that I would catch him up if he wasn't present.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, brief understanding from what we all know. The Dark
Damn.
Lord is now apparent and aware of the principles, sending his own men after them. I haven't been able to see the symbols myself, or anything really. So I can't say the ranking of what members were sent out. I think our focus should lean towards the principles for now, and then capture any items that could relate to them, such as the key glaive. After we capture as many as possible, get as many on our side, so we don't actually lose any.
The boy.
The boy is also another focus, but I think that leads directly to our first choice, actually. The Fates.
What about
We
them?
already know that my father has a disliking towards them, removing them from reality, removing the chronomancy from it alongside. I think that might be necessary for us to find and secure them first. And then, well, if possible, do something else. Try to make sure that they're alright, and then that's when we go after the boy. Along with that,
Too
we...
late.
Alright. We can split our focus again, because once again we can just send a group of us to try to communicate. But I think that for this upcoming week we should prepare actual living steads in the glaive, if that's the case. Make sure that we actually have a place to give them an offer, rather than, hey, we know that you exist. Get over here now.
That's fair.
I can take care of the living steads.
Alright.
Very well. Do we have any leads on the other fates? Any of them?
Are we aware of even one of them? Is the main question I was going to try and ask. Well, Nature, to see if she has the lead.
I'll have to ask Mother. But it's usually a continent by continent situation. I have to
Fair
pick the
enough.
right one.
Do you want to check
What
this
are the
continent while we're on it? Which fragments?
Sure.
One of the relic that can peer into locations.
We don't have any leads on that, beyond the fact that it probably exists.
Yeah. Good.
Do you have any idea on where we could start with that?
That would be
Item that seeks the ruins and dust, revealing more. Useful.
Is it not in the city still?
We know where it is. This is the first I'm hearing of that, I'll be honest with you. Are you just talking about the seeing stone that we already are secured?
We secured a seeing stone?
Oh my gods.
I love
This
this.
is the first I'm hearing of it.
The way that we know of the half-elf. Either way, we have a lot of promising ideas on where to focus, but we need to try and find a starting point. I
Agreed.
still stand that the principles should be our foremost focus next to the half-elfin boy.
Tor was talking about something different. It's
I-
a glass orb. It lets you see, well, anywhere. From what I understand, from what me and Tor spoke about, it's been broken apart.
But do we know where any of those shards are, is the issue. Knowing how many shards there are, where they are, and how to repair it, all different challenges in its own right.
Ball that sees ruin.
That would be up to you.
Do you have a lead on it?
And
Other person. Like I said, it would be up to them.
And I'll be waiting for them to speak.
It's
It
clear
would
that
take Mother some time to find the fate.
they're
Specific. There are no
sharing
evidence of
information
disparity.
amongst
Alright, then
each other, but not the rest of us.
let's try and think about priority. Which, in theory, is the most risky one to lose, in theory. My suggestion is water.
Water, blood.
I feel like we should put a... Actually, we don't have any vampires here. There's a concerning story that I've heard. I forget where at the moment, but it was a trustful source. If a vampire is to consume from the first, it causes their... what to say in a... I wouldn't call it ascension of sorts, but... a much stronger reaction. A great boon of strength, possibly very much stronger than what we could actually try to control for a vampire. Any side effects, such as madness, I'd assume would be natural, but we should keep that in mind.
How about we just
I'll be
lay
honest
out-
with you, I thought you were Asta, and that scared the fuck out of me.
Aye.
Well, let me stop you. Just listening in on what's probably going to be happening.
How about we just lay out all the principles we haven't got to yet?
Alright.
There's
I need to try
Inferno
to remember all of them.
with the Phoenix. We have a hint of Aqua with Koi Koi Vilu. There's Gale, which is a sylph. That, I mean, air is pretty important. There's Coruscation, which is Ragdu. We know what Titan is. Did we get him?
I don't remember if we did.
We'll have to get him.
Yeah, I don't believe we ever went back for him. We just saw him that one time, and then we keep saying
we
we're
can
gonna
make
get
a
him.
quick trip back to him.
I was going
Yeah.
to say, while you and whoever else is willing secures living steads, we can send a small group out to secure and recover Titan.
The only thing out there is sandworms and shit like that, so you should be fine.
Not even going to touch necromancy. We have the biscuit.
Death is impartial. He is going to be
No, he's
We have a lead. We have a way of communication, but he won't be on our side.
Then there's darkness and light, yin and yang respectively. Then transmutation, which is the chimera. And then blood, which is the first. And then, of course, the face.
So 8 all in all,
Uh,
not including...
Not the principal.
Not including the ones we already have on our side.
What is the principles of... There's the Sisters of Fate, and then there's the actual principles of fate.
Me and my sisters are not the principal. It's,
Are you able to say, or is it a curse such as what happened to Chronomancy originally?
I don't remember exactly what happened, but we used to call it the spider.
The spider.
That makes sense.
My sisters and our job was to maintain the threads, not create them.
That explains why time continued flowing, but it got out of awry. No one remembered exactly how much time passed and what happened in those years. Maintenance was gone, but time still flowed.
That's why you wanted to keep the thread intact. You were maintaining your principles. Web. That makes sense. Perhaps I chose the wrong chair to
asked
sit.
Mother, what if she knew what happened? A small part of spider is active, but most what they were is missing still.
Then hopefully we can put that aside for now. That puts a relief, and on all honesty for me, the fact that he's still minorly absent. My concern was the factor of him trying to remove the sisters again, but the fact that you're still here proves otherwise that he can do that. It clearly is beyond his, I don't want to say time or effort, but if he needs to take a lot of effort or time to do it.
Which
We
do
are
you
aware
think
that
he
if-
would go for first?
Honesty, death. The fact that death is fine, though, proves otherwise. Buzrak is another big contender, which is why he originally grabbed him. He's definitely going for yin or yang. And from what I recall, neither would work alongside us as long as their counterpart would be there. I believe that we should capture Dark, rather than give my father more power in that domain.
Are you so sure he wouldn't go after
Infernus as well.
transmutation?
Transmutation also might be a high... I have a top three being Phoenix,
Evolution.
Phoenix, Transfiguration, and Water. Those would be my top three configurations, or at least choices to try to go for. Does anyone else have any suggestions?
You need
Go ahead.
you need light to see. there is no light, then who will see? If you remove dark, then nothing will be able to see either.
I don't think he would be stupid enough to kill a principal.
No, he'd want to harness them.
Yeah, he seems like the
Which
type of guy who
means-
needs the principles.
Which means either or will be a shroud of sight, a shroud of sea, or it could be a shroud for us.
I don't fully understand what he's saying, but
He's
I do
getting
think when it
metaphorical.
comes to light and dark, I think either or will. I don't think there's one that's better than the other. I think the whole point is that they're sort of equal forces.
Balance.
I agree, but the issue is, I don't... Knowing him, he'd probably find some way to force himself to fuse with it, similar to how nature is with Revna, and the
No,
bird
I
is...
get that, but long story. Basically, what I'm saying is, when it comes to the light and the dark, I don't think it matters which one we go after. I guess whichever's more receptive to us would be better. Didn't they say something about dark being monstrous almost?
Not cooperative.
No.
Yang.
Yeah. I just remember someone mentioning something about yin and yang, and one of them being not very good.
I vote transmutation.
Anna, do you
I
have any
also-
ideas? Or suggestions? I know that you started speaking for a moment.
I want to suggest going after the closest. Simply put.
And with none on this continent puts us at a difficulty. Unless we wish to go for another continent.
Maybe we can recover the horn for Aqua and go to the next principal? If there's another one there, I'll have to talk more with Mother. We'll see if there's another on the same continent as the boy.
If the Dark Lord
I
is
was
making
gonna bring
moves
up the
towards
boy.
the principals, then it would be to our benefit to get there faster. If there are any closest, or getting to the ones that are closest, if they're not on this continent, then perhaps we beat that race.
So what? Water and the boy? We split?
At least the horn. Make sure that there's no way for him to conjure up water. Get rid of the key, the lock is still there. Give him more time to brute force through that.
Hmm.
The fact that we
I
know
think-
where the horn is, that gives us a further advantage.
I think also splitting up would be our best bet for this. Because if
course.
we all travel together, it's going to take way too much time. So splitting up, divide and conquer. Just don't spread too thin. I think 2 parties is more than enough.
Agreed.
Very well.
The horn in the Chimera, then. Is that what it sounds like we're in a mutual approval of?
Yes.
Yes.
We just need to find the kid eventually.
Please.
I was going to suggest doing that after these two.
Okay.
We keep
Because
saying
I'm
that.
And then it ends up being pushed back further. It's almost
After this, no
between-
matter what, we go after the boy.
Okay. And then after we collect a few more principles, then we go after the glaive.
After we secure as many as we physically can. Yes.
I want to make some sort of headway with finding the boy because we know what continent he's on. We don't know specifics though, right? We'd have to skim an entire continent to find the boy.
It would be slightly risky, but I could split off on my own while you guys did that.
Blue hair is
Think
also
so.
a unique trait.
But he's a baby right now.
Lulu?
Doesn't even know
I-
if there's hair on the head.
Small.
Special to you, but only
Fair
makes
enough.
sense.
I
But
don't
if we
think
know that
anyone
he
should
is
be going
destined
on
to
their
have
own at
blue
all.
hair, then it possibly his family has some share in that.
Strange that he's only a baby right now, and we've seen what he's gonna have and such. He had markings, like a marking on him, right? And
On
I
his
don't know much
forehead,
about
correct.
magic. His family's gonna probably want to try to hide that, but does the magic signs show at a young age? Like if he'll be able to cast this weird shit very young,
It's a
it may show up
birthmark.
in. Well, I get that, but what he also saw that he was able to cast without backlashes. I'm trying to see if there's any news that we can possibly find on that continent of a wondrous boy able to cast magic, and then we can
Since-
use that as a lead.
If there's news on it, then consider him already lost. The
Fair
moment a
enough.
rumor like that sprouts, my father would have taken him.
If time is of the essence, I volunteer.
I don't think anyone should go on off their own. It's too risky.
I don't think so.
At least take
either.
one other person with you.
I can fly.
He could fly. They can fly.
I'll go as well.
I don't know what they are. Okay.
Okay.
So the three of you go after the boy when the time comes. And then the rest of us can go looking for, I guess, another principal.
I'm not sure if it would be wise if you came with.
Wherever you need, be broken or break, but vow.
Are we aware of anything relating to the Chimera?
Not that I know of.
Not that much.
And we already can assume that we know that we will need to temper the rage of Aqua.
Yes.
I may be able to help
Either
with
way,
that at
we're-
least.
I believe our best bet might be to send in the combative. Of course, everyone needs to be ready for combat, but it may be a trial to get the horn for Aqua.
That is what I was thinking.
Last I sensed, it was on the same continent as the Glaze.
Exactly.
If I imagine this like a stealth mission, I don't find you very stealthy.
Well, maybe it'll help.
Speaking about the plan for the boy.
Then don't have vow on that. Have vow on something to break.
Yeah.
Seals, defenses, magic, whatever.
Yes.
Do you wish to take that risk? I think I know what you're speaking of. About trying to help in regards to what might come.
Well, it's supposed to be us being stealthy and we mostly blend in if it's the three of us.
Fair enough. I may have gotten the wrong assumption from what you were phrasing.
I'll help wherever I'm needed.
I don't think 3 people need to go look for the boy.
I think it would be
Unfortunately, that's
appreciated. I also do think that a good... I thought the original offer was a, for lack of a better term, a sight into what might come.
Oh,
If you wish to do that later, that might be a good idea, but not right now, if that might be the case at least.
I think I can do that.
At what cost?
Be blind for a little while.
If you are willing.
I'll stick by her side to make sure that she doesn't get herself harmed in the clearly well-kept castle, or keep. I was the one who suggested after all.
Very well.
We might need to go a bit farther away from the anti-magic.
Check the whole
this place.
anti-magic thing.
Of course. We're doing good though. It's
pep
only
talk.
now that we actually have to be going against a threat that's aware of what we're doing. Beforehand, we've been fighting against a blind man. Now we actually see a threat that's looking slightly in our direction. The issue is that we need to act faster than that threat. The threat that already spans this world, thick as a blanket. And I know that we are going to do quite well in that.
His praise
We
doesn't.
have the starting point. We have a head start.
Why?
We just need to finalize and secure. To go over our plan, I believe I might misunderstand the meaning of what her offer was versus the understanding of everyone else, so I will lay it out so we can hear and converse on it once more. One group goes for the horn for Aqua. One team goes for the Chimera, while two of us, possibly three, go try to get a brief surveillance of the area that the boy could possibly be.
I was going
Are
to
you
retrieve him.
Then
Splitting
full retrieval.
raises and wise.
I agree. I thought that the original plan was just simple surveillance. Checking because it's going to take months to try to look across the entire continent that we know that he's on.
Did you specifically not hear how finding people is my specialty?
Oh, Jesus. I love it when they bicker.
We divide into two groups. That's it.
Two groups.
We don't do.
I agree.
We don't do bigger than that because
agree.
then that will thin out our numbers.
Agreed.
You
And
and you go find the boy. You're good at talking with people. You're good at finding people. Whatever, right? It's a small group. Maybe we need one more person. Just for the fact of safety. I know you don't want to bring too many people, but at least one more would work. We need one more person that's either a good talker, able to blend in, whatever, fine, or someone that's able to be sneaky.
She did
Fine.
volunteer.
Then you three go find the boy. The rest of us can go after the horn or whatever the fuck you were talking about.
Depends on what you find more important.
Well, more principles are good, but also if it's a weapon of some sort that can be a problem, then getting it into our position is better. I feel like the principles are less likely to work with the Dark Lord up front, but he may force them to, despite the fact, but we don't know of any way to force a virtue to happen or whatever the hell that is, right? We only know that there's a willing process to it. So I think the best course of action is to go after the weapons or artifacts, whatever the fuck, first, and then you guys go find the boy, make sure... We voted to remove his mark, right?
No, keep.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Oh.
If we were
whatever.
voted to remove, then we wouldn't be dealing with that right now.
Funny that.
Oh, we're gonna go kidnap a child.
not
Great.
kidnap.
Clearly you love listening.
That's weird.
Bring their family into the grove, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And if they
If
deny,
they're willing. Exactly.
Give them this real reality of this world and remind them of the factor of that. If they stay, that town won't be there for long.
So you can
The Dark
threaten
Lord.
them.
No. Tell them how the Dark Lord process works. Tell them word for word what would happen if they are aware of what would happen if they stayed with him
Honesty.
there. Brutal honesty.
whatever. Either way, we need to get them to the Grove. That doesn't matter how.
Agreed.
The horn, the child, and then put all of our focus moving forward on the principles.
Principles, yeah. And then we'll do
Val
that
has
principles we
question.
go for that glaive. What's up?
What doing with Bisarak?
Bring back to the Grove.
Yeah.
Or at least... I haven't seen him yet. Maybe me and anyone else that hasn't fought him.
Not now.
They're
He
roasting
said,
our
"No,
thing,
no,
and I feel
no."
like if we wake them now, they may be a little angry.
They have just started licking their wounds.
Hmm.
They are
So-
resting. They are like beast. If you wake them after they are in a weakened state, especially here, of all
I
things.
vote we show them the gravity hole.
Then Val will take.
Alright. I think that the rest of the day should be recollection, discussion,
Yeah.
and then tomorrow we split for that recollection of Titan and preparation of the Grove. Any questions?
Seems fine. As long as we know not to spread our numbers too thin, but divide and conquer still the same. That's fine. Mutual understanding of that.
Then I think unless anyone has anything of value, we're done discussing.
Agreed?
One more thing, I guess a quick question. The forces that the Dark Lord is, have we noticed any differences in them? Any changes?
Nothing yet. We've been roughly avoiding them. If you wish, I
Okay.
can try to go back to the city that we were at and try to see any
Oh.
changes that I am aware of.
Just to see if he got any new weapons underneath his, belt.
We wouldn't be able to see unless we go straight to his home.
Well,
Most of his
The
big
ones
ones don't
that
leave the
attacked
continent.
Isarak were all just regular people
well,
That's what
holding them
most of
up.
his men are.
okay.
Uh,
Well, I was just curious if they had any new powers or magic or whatever the hell, just to see if he's been divvying out anything new to try to bolster his forces. But it's good that nothing's new, nothing's changed.
Most people aren't even aware of our existence right now. He has no reason to try and bolster forces. He thinks that we're a waste of time, probably.
Well, remember oh no, you weren't there for that, so I don't know. There was a time where they sent a bone dragon after us.
A fucking then again, that does...
There was a bone
Not too
dragon, a bunch of
surprising.
undead army, and just this nowhere town is when we
He
first
sent the
met up.
undead.
Yeah,
That's the main part. Those are the most disposable.
yeah, but a bone dragon.
He has a
Yes,
few of
correct.
those. A few things of that
Can it
scale.
also be classified as
Course it
undead
does.
and reusable?
It is, of course, an undead thing, but it's a giant fucking dragon. I mean, I don't know.
I also just realized we didn't figure out who that person was that unlocked that dragon in Yggdrasil did we? You guys
Probably not.
remember that, right? Fuck, most of you weren't there. You two were there. I remember that much. Yggdrasil, we were under a big castle. A undead figure went down to a large egg and forced it to hatch. Large undead dragon that we had to kill.
Hmm.
You remember that, right?
Not entirely. I don't think I was there.
Fuck, you're right.
Perhaps you're going
No,
crazy,
well,
Mithrin.
Wait, no, never mind. That was the undead bastards that we killed underneath. That the Lich killed before he went back home and just stood there. Fuck's sake. Okay, at least that's a relief off my shoulders.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Well, so we know what we're doing now. We know that the Dark Lord hasn't bolstered his things yet. He doesn't really care about us just yet. But he is going after the principals. If we notice any weird changes or magic getting weird or whatever the fuck, then we know principal's been taken by him.
Or occasionally have a brief ping on the continent that the Dark Lord's at. I'm sure he'd form some sort of menagerie for them.
Well, he's
Perhaps.
not one to boast, right?
Yes, but I say menagerie as if holding it to himself only in his castle.
Hmm.
Or a lab underneath the castle.
Yeah. Well, that lab underneath the castle is a doozy. Don't know what they're doing down there.
Well,
Nothing good.
I think that should be all. Recollection, recovery, and discussion for the rest of the day. We have our plans, and that's all that really matters, isn't it?
Yep.
Agreed.
Can I bother you, perchance?
If you insist.
I have just the place, if you can follow me. Apologies if I seem to try to hog the conversation, try to figure out the best of plans, and didn't really get much of a response.
You are one of maybe 3 that speak. So, I would prefer you keep them moving rather
true,
than
I've
let
been
them
saying.
stagnate.
I'm happy that I'm hearing that at least. As much as I enjoy hearing my own voice, it gets very tiring at a certain point.
That's fair. It is difficult for me to discern what's important regarding which principles to go for next. You all know this place better than I do.
Which is very fair. I, for lack of a better term, need to remember that more. I always try to remember that each of us are on the same understanding of the realm. It's still so new to me in the fact of... I don't want to say foreign matters being present, but those that are unfamiliar with the very plane of existence.
Right. I can offer strategy, and that's mostly it.
I also did want to check up on you with how you're feeling today.
Better.
Good.
The withering has disappeared. For how long or how it will return, I don't know.
Has that always been a problem once you've been casting down here? I haven't been able to oversee each person's backlashes.
That is the first time that's occurred. There have been other issues since my fall. I had once intended to ask you for your help and such, but
I'm more than willing.
I asked the principal themselves, and they cannot do anything for me.
The principle of...
Restoration.
Which one? I did not expect this type of music to be heard, I'll be honest. This is catching me off guard. What the hell are we walking towards?
Very
I just
cinematic
thought
up
that
here.
this place- Very cinematic, and now I'm getting scared. Oh, I'm looking ahead real quick. What the fuck is happening up here? Oh, Jesus Christ. God race.
How fitting.
I'm turning down the volume because of that. I guess it used to be a church?
It's something very
Oh, yes.
divine.
I was
I
about
see.
to say.
Surprised something like this is
Oh,
still
fuck.
standing, considering you've said that all of the religion is gone.
All of them replaced with the Dark Lord. I wish to make an apology for underestimating the other day. I expected Bizrak to be a bit more, not under attack and less aggressive.
It's not anything I fault anyone here for, per se. My impression was merely that you wanted someone else in the party gone.
Not that far.
Yet.
Far from it. Oh. Listen, just because it's a possibility.
Knock,
And I should.
We're never gonna talk.
Why is this a consistent thing between you and Revna? Every time I have a conversation with someone, it's always that assumption.
You have I don't know, a vibe.
That's really
What do you
funny.
need?
Do either of you know how to cure an illness?
What type? I can try to purge it from your body.
And not for me, for Revna. She has this nasty cough that hasn't gone away. And she won't let me ask her much about it, so we get rid of it, then we could be fine.
Can I ask why you're worried? I thought that you don't really deal with her too much beyond bodyguard work.
It's my job to keep her alive and safe. If she dies from an illness, I'm not really doing my job, am I?
I assume not. I assume not. Give me some time and I might be able to discuss with her, only if she's willing to undergo the, for lack of a better term, forceful treatment that I have.
Alright. Well,
These chairs
see.
fucking suck.
yeah. And also, if she's ill, she can't really do much, not really a good host for mother.
Yes, I've already got that assumption.
How much you know about your father's labs?
I wasn't a researcher now, was I? I simply searched into some pieces of history that could help me. Nothing about the body. That was below my efforts. Though his researchers were always vile people. Made sure to keep them away. See if they ever try to approach me or my quarters. They either died or, well... There's a few new electrical burns on a few of them.
Well, it's dangerous down there.
I assume so. Many figures have been brought down, very few are brought up.
If he continues his experiments, we're gonna have a lot more problems on our hands.
You're assuming that he's not already doing so.
Oh,
At
we
this
know
point,
for sure.
Maybe
he
research
is.
even without him himself. What's this about? Just be
I'm just
blunt
making
at
sure
this
we don't
point.
run into surprises, that's all.
Be honest. I feel like there's an underlying sense of fuck's sake, everyone's coming up here now.
Hey, it's fine. Just wanted to tell you about that.
I'll try to speak to her and see if she's willing to undergo that treatment.
Alright.
Oh! Fuck. What? What's up?
Speak. And honestly, three of us should be on the same page if we want to speed things along.
What do you think that we're talking about, Tor?
Don't know.
It was clear that at least three of you knew more information than the rest of us at the table during the meeting anyway. It was a question I had for you as well.
What information? You can probably share.
You know more about our chronomancer. Both of you do.
Honestly. I honestly, roughly only know it because of tales. Long ago, there used to be tales on, I forget what continent it was. I think it was the one that we just left from. A trio of sisters set to maintain time. Sisters of fate before they disappeared 300 years ago. Now that we recovered time, chronomancy itself in the realm between realms, well, from what I roughly can understand, she is one of those sisters. Until now, I always thought that that meant that she was a principal as well. Or at least her and her sisters, but all three were combined into one. Yes, I know that now. You don't need to point that out more. Now we are aware of the factor of this spider existing.
So she and her sisters...
Direct disciples. Nearly on the same page as a virtue, from what I can figure out.
Okay. Is that all you know about her?
I know that she has some other tidbits of uncontrollable magic with her. She's able to see memories of the area. Either willingly or unwillingly. We don't know which one, or which one she'd prefer at the moment. Sometimes it's willing. Sometimes, like today, it's not.
She is stuck in the past. Grieving.
She's learning of the world as you are. She's a native inhabitant. But 300 years have passed, and she still thinks that was how it was back then.
I can imagine that
Before
is
the Dark
confusing.
Lord's rise, the power. Before history itself was rewritten. Before everything else, I assume is the best way that I can phrase it.
Do either of you know she was present when the spider became fragmented?
I just learned about the spider today. I don't know anything about it. I'd have to ask Tor.
You know I know nothing of the principles.
If she was present, and she's willing to look, then maybe we can find what's left.
Actually, I think that there's a bit of a tie-in with that I just realized. There's another thing relating to time that has been shattered. The orb. That scrying
What I
orb, or
was
whatever it's
mentioning?
called. Yes. What if, per se, that was how they unwillingly, or unknowingly, conversed with that virtue?
I thought of the same thing.
Hmm.
That's what I wanted to speak with you about. And her.
But the issue there is once again trying to find those shards, which is on the long list of what things that we need to try to find. Unfortunately, unless we try to gather forces of our own, become more noticeable, we can't search this entire world, just the 6 or 10 of us, however many there remains.
You're right about that. We continue to spread ourselves thin, then we'll lose more of us, and we already don't have very many. And keeping secrets is dangerous. I'm not telling you to open your
Agreed.
entire book to everybody, but this sort of information is
Okay.
useful.
Go ahead, I feel more that... The thing is, I need the people to ask the questions. I am 100% honest. I don't think I have ever said a lie to the group. It's just I withhold information for everyone's sake. Sometimes, that is. Unless people don't ask the right questions.
We should tell her of the boy. I
Fuck.
don't think
Have
you
we
are aware
not?
of it.
I'm aware of the boy that we're looking for. I'm aware of his mark and what it does. I'm aware we made the choice not to cut the thread.
She was there for that.
Then you can see my point of not allowing the new angel to go anywhere near him.
I can agree because he stands out. And also he would be more
That's
useful
my
against a
concern as
principal.
well.
Reason. He doesn't remember that reason.
Yes. I don't know yet if he was sent, or if he fell.
The boy goes against everything the Ascended want.
What does that mean?
No backlashes. Right?
You are under the impression that the Ascended have done that.
Why not?
Why so?
Principals have things to follow too. They have limits.
That doesn't explain anything at all. Information as well relating to such. The shackle that I got, it's older than the principles. That should be aware. Enchanted with magic that's older and stronger, that I wouldn't say stronger yet, but older than all of them. What that entails is an amazing question in all honesty, but I think that that's something that we need to slowly approach as time goes on.
Does it have a backlight?
None that I noticed for the brief moment that I put it on.
I suppose something had to make the Ascended. Perhaps it also made the shackles. I'm not sure that where it came from is relevant to its use, though.
Fair enough. I just want to know if it actually has a backlash before I... That actually should be another point. I want to make sure that we know a rough estimate as to where each of a few of the others are before I don this one. We need a head start on that before the Dark Lord notices that they're real and tries to go after them.
Agreed.
The brief head start that I have is every single continent has at least one, and by at least one, I mean one period, except for Yggdrasil.
Okay. Something else to look for, then.
Exactly. And unfortunately, we have a lot to look for right now.
Indeed. We'll keep our focus narrow for the time being, otherwise we'll overwhelm ourselves.
Exactly why I wanted to try have that meeting focusing purely on the principals. Now that he's aware of them, we need to try to be quicker. He has an entire worldwide army that we are now fighting against tooth and nail, every second counting.
I agree with that.
Is there anything else that you wanted to smooth out?
I simply wanted to talk to you more. Unfortunately, every time that I've been trying to talk to you, you've been busy. brief conversations that we had being quite brief, simply going, what is everything about you, and us being vague, both of us, and for our own sake.
Right.
There's a lot of people here in the group that I don't know anything about, and you're the biggest, I don't want to say question mark, but you're the most interesting one to me.
How are you feeling, Hannah?
Better today. For now.
And how long do you have?
I don't know. It gets worse when I cast. Yesterday was a lot. There's not exactly a lead I can find for answers. And the restoration principle cannot help me.
Why don't we do his favorite activity and hang out?
Why?
You could have phrased that a lot. Better. Trying to spend time with someone.
I'm dying, let's hang out.
I'm not good at phrasing things.
I am more than aware.
They're so awkward, I love them.
You should stop doing that then. Either way, what was I going to say before I got distracted by that entire... Actually, I'm going to put that entire sentence on the shelf. I'm not going to be listening to that right now. Fuck's sake. Hannah, do you mind me asking a question I think that you probably don't know anything about before leading into a little other one?
Go for it. Like, I have no
Are
idea
you
what you're
aware of
about.
anything relating to souls?
Souls.
Not the
Souls.
soul magic, but just the existence of them as a whole.
That's a very broad question, in fairness.
Do you know anything
I'm
about...
kind of curious on that too.
the situation of this one? Item.
That wasn't supposed to be muted.
Souls.
No.
Then dead end for that one for now. The other one is a offer. You've been spellcrafting your entire existence. I don't know how long that's been, but you've been with the free check, for lack of a better term. You now have to learn the spellcasting of this realm, in being the, for lack of a better term, whenever we spellcraft, we try to figure out how to define the backlashes. We try to cheat the system as best that we can, make so ourselves can have as little a backlash as possible while still getting the full effect out of our spell. My invisibility, for example, I'm able to go invisible, but my peripheral vision turns into a straight focus on what's in front of me. Same with the solidification of the shadow to make the weapons that I wield most times. Beforehand, it used to actually cause physical damage to me whenever it was still a nature spell, taking some of my skin off, as I created a Spear of Thorns, for example. I can try to work with you on, for lack of better terms, working around your new backlash situation. That could be, in theory, what part of the reason why you have such severe ones over time.
And what do you have in mind?
Nothing yet. I simply wish to try to work together. I don't have anything solidified. I need to know what you'd prefer from spells, so that we can try to find a starting point. A good mage is a good con artist, and we need to try and figure out what we're trying to con.
Are you offering to help me figure out what the backlash is, or are you offering to take them, I suppose?
You may need to repeat a bit. I
I see that.
did not catch most beyond take.
The backlashes were taking you.
The backlashes were affecting you a lot there.
I was asking if you were offering to help me figure out what they were, or if you were offering
That as well.
something else.
I'm offering either figure out what they are and how to work around them, or figure out a way to prevent them outright, making the repercussions less so of what they already are. Try to figure out other ways to cast beyond what you already have.
I don't know that I'd be willing to make deals with anything if that's what you're suggesting.
I'm not trying to make gods. I'm not trying to suggest pacts, darling. What I'm trying to suggest is different schools of magic.
I see.
Bold of you to assume that she's allowed to.
I don't know what the limits of your kind are.
I don't either. I was not given any rules other than my own laws that I was born with. I don't know if I'm capable of casting anything else. I'm not opposed to trying. It may set off another issue.
Do you want to risk that?
I don't think it hurts to find out what the limits are. Casting magic and breaking the laws cause the same problem. Whatever I was given when I fell into this realm. Whatever is killing me slowly, they both do the same thing.
Interesting. Go ahead. My apologies.
As far as Zenobia can tell, we're only at the early stages. In my opinion, that means we have room to experiment, to a degree.
If you're willing.
To an extent.
Understood.
Not before or after this wreck?
After.
Now, I have a rough theory, I'll be honest with you. One that's based off of what the other angel has said. He compared himself directly to Bizrak. What if you and your kind are half Principal-esque? Half pure magic, half... I don't want to say it mortal, but... flesh.
That could be the case. The principles feel familiar. We can sense them when they're near. They feel like home. That might be what he meant. Perhaps we share the same construction, in a way.
Possibly so.
they are direct children from the Ascended Ones, and wouldn't that make you similar in that regard?
Indeed. But Primus, they mentioned their earliest memory being the one of light. It could be that they all came from even above and ascended. The same with your shackles.
But what is above an ascended one? Is that even possible?
Well, perhaps if there is a counterpart to death, the opposite. The Ascended are concepts. They're not. It's lesser than life itself, I suppose.
Schools of magic in your ascended realm. What were they?
They varied, depending on which ascended. I'm not
The ascended
familiar.
one being the ones to...
I only know mercy.
Fuck. Unfortunately, I think I have a rough idea of what the full story is then.
So the Ascended Ones essentially work like principals.
The ascended ones are principals.
Yes,
Grander than the ones here, but ones of their own realm.
just not elemental
Both of you
per
are
se.
one and the same.
Mm.
Disciples, creations.
Very far branch of it.
You're severed from your creator. You're lacking an aspect that it
She.
supplied you, and due to that, that's catching up to you. That's the full picture, isn't it?
Perhaps.
Did you break your rules?
I went against their wishes.
If anything like me,
Then
that would
that
be a death
explains it
sentence.
all. Fuck's sake. I don't enjoy the fact that that's that comparable, but... I know that the other two probably bothered you with this question many a time. Death. Was he present in there as well?
Somewhat. Death is the only consistency across all of the realms.
Okay.
Does that come with life?
Have you seen him before the one here? The time that you met him here?
No.
Have you heard a
Well-
description of him in the Ascended Realm?
Only that he existed. There are domains. Several. Several for types of people, elves, dwarves, otherwise. As well as this one. And I assume his.
This one's a mix, though.
I'm going to give you a theory that is going to sound wild and quite stupid. Each realm has their principles, each of them taking different forms associated with that realm. For you, it's the Ascended Ones. Them somehow having greater power, are able to interfere with the lower realms. The Demon Realm has their own as well. Each realm has one, but each one has death. But soul magic here was a recent discovery. But death happened far before that. People died far before soul magic became a thing. He only became a principle when soul magic became a thing. What if there's more than one?
That was a theory.
What if each realm has its standing death? And just each one of them either works together or makes sure to spread the same fear.
It had always been my understanding that he was only half of a whole. Only one part.
Yet this realm is
Right.
missing that other half. Unless you count nature to be such.
I don't think it's quite the same. It's similar veins, but
I think that
So
we
are you
found a dead
saying-
end for now until we... Go ahead.
I have a question. Are you saying that one ascended rules over each individual realm?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
I wasn't talking to you.
not quite. I was simply implying that there was an ascended for every concept.
Okay.
Not even necessarily concept as in like the principles, just the concepts of humanity.
How to save this realm?
That's the grand question.
I once thought it was simply taking down the Dark Lord. Now it seems that there's so much more behind it.
Undoubtedly. He seems to have a great hand in it, perhaps even working with some, but the Ascended destroyed the gateway to the Fated Realm. They abandoned it, whether it is because of cowardice or because they know something that I don't. But if that's the case, and it is so dire, then why would they have done it at all?
What would this realm represent?
A mistake. People that don't worship them forgot them. Something that they and their infinite power can't control.
I'd never known them to be as petty as that, but I can understand your perspective, I suppose.
I'm just
Maybe
suggesting what
instead-
comes to mind.
Instead of trying to contact the Ascended Ones to save the world, finding a way to be self-sufficient. If that's...
I thought that...
even
Well, are
possible.
you thinking that we were going to be trying to contact them? They want us dead.
They do. I realize that now.
I don't think that's...
Would it be possible to self-sustain a realm with mortal alone?
Technically, we already do that.
It depends on the obstacle. It depends on what's causing this realm to be sick. If we can stop whatever that is, then perhaps
Can you get off the
self-sustaining
railing?
is the next step.
Oh, why is that? This is a repeated thing today, and I'm starting to get tired of it.
This realm is dying.
I know.
I wouldn't call that self-sufficient.
No. There's
It's
an
because
illness.
something is trying to kill most of it, alongside the illness that you call it. Mother Nature was being attempted to be killed by some of the Dark Lord's followers before we stopped them.
Yes. Well, as I said, destroy the obstacles in the way, and then perhaps self-sustaining can be an option, but until then, no. I thought that was the whole point in what we were doing here.
Why would you want to kill Gaia?
I do not like the outlook that you have on my people.
His goal, from what I'm aware still, is to reach the Ascended Realm and take the fight to the Ascended Ones. Why beyond that, other than to attempt perfect resurrection, that's the word. I don't know anymore. I don't know if that's still his goal or if he dropped that years ago. At this point, he's just a madman with a sword.
Does he know that what happens when you kill a principal?
I assume so.
Would he be that stupid?
Oh no, he was just trying to weaken her so that he could capture her himself. That's exactly what he's trying to do, weaken them. Make it so that the realm is on the brink of destruction so that he can be the savior. Or at least use all their power to bring back her.
More and more questions I get. It just doesn't make sense. Things that would help him, he actively closes against them.
You're trying to make sense of a madman. Actually, I think that there's an even better way to point it out to you. Do you know what empowers casting?
No.
Do you?
No.
Emotion is one of the most vital parts of being a caster. At this point, I think that he's letting his emotions speak more than his actual mind.
That's frankly obvious.
Yes, but you didn't consider that. You're trying to make sense of a madman that's lost in grief.
Simply putting out possibilities.
Is
Shelley.
there a point to trying to figure out his why?
Not at all. She's the one that brought it up. All I want is him dead.
Trying to figure out if him dead is the best option.
It's the best option.
And what would you do if he stayed alive? Let's say we solve the problem, whatever that is, and decide to let him live, then what?
I'm not saying him living is the best option either. It's so much bigger than him.
I agree, but He's the largest threat that we can handle at the moment. If it's bigger than him, then we may as well be doomed.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk. and hang out.
Don't want to talk about. You're all so much more alike than you think. Ushabti does nothing but lament about the bigger picture. None of it matters. Not right now. Our focus needs to be narrowed. We need to stop lamenting about what caused the problem and how to get to the other realms and why they might be doing it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we're here now, and we need a solution to combat the damage that has been done, and take out the obstacles along the way. And when the realm is no longer sick, and the Dark Lord has been defeated, then perhaps I can go home with whatever is left of me. Which very well be nothing at this point. What happened with Hudson? That's ominous. Is everything alright at the center?
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong?
Kind garden lady, crying. Something about Hudson?
Do you know where Hudson is?
I'm looking. Don't see him surface. But,
We will check downstairs.
Prince talking to her.
Yes, he'd be much better at that than most here. Do you know what happened?
No, but it is definitely a sorrow wound that has freshly been opened.
I see. The two of them have been quarreling for a couple of weeks now. Their
This
business.
is weird. They were
is
like
through.
so fine earlier, and then they wanted to have a private conversation,
Yes.
and now she's crying.
Yes. That has been the
Is
pattern.
it because he is a brute?
Yes. He is a brute that thinks of himself as nothing. Nothing but a monster. And as a result, he hurts the person who loves him the most.
kindness to oneself.
Indeed. The irony of you, of all people, saying that is not lost on me.
I will go up. You take sides. Thank
No.
you.
Do you remember what home was like for you?
It's in pieces. All being screams.
Whose?
Head. When trying to remember, it is all yelling and screaming.
But the screams.
I remember it being bright. I remember it being beautiful.
Yes. It was very beautiful. You don't know whose screams you hear?
Mine, others, lots. All that Val knows is the magic that changed Val. Well, Val thinks.
Do you know what sort of magic?
Val remembered when it was being spoken about. It. Transfiguration.
Perhaps we can contact them. Perhaps there's a way to fix you.
Maybe. But now more wants to know who or what did it.
Yes. Perhaps that answer can help us both.
Hello?
Hello? I'm envious of your flight, though it unbecomes me. Tor. Have you seen Hudson?
No, but I can find him.
We are in search for him as well. He could have. He does do that. He will claim that he must go hunt and then leave.
He was talking about getting breakfast.
Yes, something did happen.
Here. Sorry. between
briefly.
Big How.
The front doors were closed.
Hmm.
Don't remember them being closed before.
Perhaps he shut them behind him. Maybe Ushabti saw him leave. I will ask him. Ushabti,
Yes.
did you happen to see Hudson?
Without the front gate.
For someone as large as they are, they're impossible to find. Supposedly, this is where they ran off to. Though I don't see them.
I'm sorry if I upset you.
You do not. I find perhaps your definition of hanging out is different. You tend to fall into work frequently.
I'm not used to that, and I was trying to do it, and usually
That's okay.
what the prince says is that hanging out doesn't mean talking about everything like that, but it kind of just happened to continue talking like that, and then I thought both of you were upset at me.
No.
Because
I am
I
not
wanted to
and
hang
have
out.
never been upset with you thus far.
I'm not good at socializing.
That's alright, me neither. I probably wouldn't do it as much if I didn't have to, admittedly. But I actually find that's where some of your charm is that you don't talk that much. I don't mind if you fumble. I don't mind if you want to talk about anything else.
That's reassuring. I know feelings. I don't know talking.
Feelings are not always important.
I'm sorry.
You have no right to apologize right now. Apologize in a few days, maybe a few weeks.
You big oaf. Fine. Silk Hunt.
If we absolve them of all possibilities, then well. Responsibility needs to be given to someone, and the fact that they don't understand that is beyond me.
I know he's a good person. It's gotta be what he's wrapped up in. It's
What is? What part of it doesn't say that he's a good person?
Good people can do bad things.
Tell me, Revna.
If there was a good reason for everything, would you be okay?
Infuriating.
No matter what cause, it's necessary.
Fucking
Doesn't
God!
Great.
Goodbye.
doesn't mean he's a bad person either. Sometimes good people can do bad things and bad people can do good things. It
This is true.
doesn't change what happens. Doesn't make it better. Doesn't make it worse. Just is life.
I just wish you'd understand.
And I'm sure he will.
He's stubborn and hard-headed. He hadn't fought an earth
How many years did it take for him to even admit this?
Just recently, it hit 1 year of us adventuring together. 1 year and a few months since I found him. And he followed me.
Is that so? Then again, I'd suggest to discount most of what I say. You know my own biases.
I can tell he really cares about
Maybe if I'm here, it'll stave it off.
Or it's just guilt.
Maybe this counts.
Well, it might be at the start, but when I've met you both, he seems sincere. Maybe at first it was just guilt. Why he started following, but over time, it's changed.
And I wish he understood. I wish he understood that. In that
He probably does, and that's why he decided to tell you. I'm sure the guilt changed from what he did to hiding it from you.
I see.
for so long.
I don't even know what I would have done if you said it sooner. That first night, the beast that came through our town, through our grove, I was set to burn at the stake, sacrifice myself for the Ascended. And the beast comes tumbling in, eating, ravaging, killing. Yes, it saved me, but an accident. It was an accident. And I drove him off before finding him humanoid. And I invited the beast that killed my people and healed him back to health. Travelers. God, I'm so fucking stupid.
I see. So that's what happened.
That doesn't make you stupid. Doesn't make anything. When...
He told her the truth.
It's how it was meant to be, in a way. And now the truth is out. How you move forward from here, how you both
Only
do.
solidifying himself as a
It's
monster.
going to take time.
She has every right to feel the way that she feels, but
Choice is yours, and the choice is
she's also proving him right. That he was right not to
You
tell
said
her.
you still love him?
I do.
And part of you have already accepted it, in a way.
I don't even know how I feel right now, but I know there's still some part of him that is the person I love. I don't
Do you
like
think?
that.
Do you think at any other moment, outside of this one, your feelings would have been different? Your actions would have been different?
I couldn't tell you. But he's always had my heart. No matter how much he hurt me.
There are things deep down you already know the answer. It's sad what happened to your people. Sad what happened to you. Both of you. But now, just like a forest destroyed in a wildfire, it's time to grow again.
It'll take an awful
But
lot of
is
time.
the fire still out?
No.
Don't force regrowth. Let it happen naturally.
Embers
And if
need
it doesn't,
time to cool down to coal.
Right. It will take time.
And sometimes the lichens don't return. The animals all died in the fire. Let us see the results and not rush it towards either which way.
Alright.
I'm going to take a walk. I feel like I'm not the best person for this type of situation. My apologies.
You're quite alright. I think I just need to think.
Sorry. Wish I could help you like you helped me.
Not much to help.
Oh.
Just whatever happens. I don't care what Mr. said. Don't treat him differently. Don't look at him differently. Let him talk on his own. Please.
I don't think any of us will. Mithrin. I actually don't even think he would treat him any different. He sort of has the hate everybody equally sort of attitude.
Or suck up to them and try and win them over. It's one side or the other.
But he can be kind.
He can.
Very kind.
But to what ploy? Does he have you both blinded? Perhaps? Did Hudson say he was going to hunt? Understood.
I did what you said to be there for him. Let him open up on his own. Let's just see if he comes back.
Let's hope.
You're still here. He's going to.
And handle another heartache.
You said earlier that your heart is controlled by love.
Love and fear.
Val disagrees. Val understand that all of you control yourselves. And you can control your heart. In better way to explain, thou not with words. What you decide to do next, or your sorrow, is your choice. And not for the sakes of others, the sakes of yourself.
I understand.
He's right, but she cannot help it. And he does not understand that.
I take the role of Mother Nature's virtue quite seriously, literally. Who am I if not to give? To provide shade, to provide housing, to provide fruit. My purpose is to provide. And
You also need to make sure to provide for yourself.
Yes, well, everyone else's role is to take.
I know.
You can give her as much advice as you want. She will lament over the same problem that she's been facing for weeks now. The heartbreak. It drives a knife right between her ribs. And even so, she will do as she has always done. Advice or not. It's not what she needs at the moment. That's all I could offer her, other than a shoulder.
United
Amaranth.
good for their feelings.
How's it covered? I think you offered something logical. Mortals don't always listen to reason when they're facing pain. I don't think what you said was incorrect. I just think that her heart is hurting and is going to dictate her thoughts and actions at the moment, until she's done feeling it.
Thou hast noticed when people feel that way, even through the hardships of the combat, it is like a river. It flows and it flows. And sometimes a storm can happen, which then causes it to be overfilled.
Yes.
In this case, logic in that nature. They need to perceive something that they clearly is obvious, but they're clouded in their judgment.
Yes. By the emotion. I think that she will stick it in her pocket and remember it for later. She's a very smart woman. One of the smartest amongst us and also the most caring. This was bound to happen.
But the people who give the most are the ones that hurt themselves even more.
Yes. And yet, she will not stop giving because of this. She will allow him to take, if he comes back. Continuously.
Stupid.
No. Love. Do you understand love?
No.
I didn't think so. I hardly understand it myself. We're similar in that regard, at least. We can't help but think about what we're supposed to be built for. Secondary. Not as
We all
automatic.
have purpose. And purpose puts us on a path. We
Yes.
follow it. We go forth. But this mortal dilemmas. Their sins cloud their judgment when it comes to all. And the longer I stay here, the longer I have understood said sin.
Which sins are you accounting for?
Pride, envy, greed, wrath, sloth.
Do you see wrath as a
Gluttony.
sin?
It is both a benefit and a flaw. Even things of all natures that have rage in their heart. Like a beast. It is relentless wrath that is the sin.
Yes.
You are uncontrolled and you blind yourself to such depravities. That is where it becomes sin. There is a lot of envy, I've noticed, here.
Yes. Much.
Especially with people like Thor.
Hmm.
She looks at all of us like she wants to be in anyone else's path than her own.
Yes.
And this is just from observing.
I've seen
Prince's
her in
pride
many.
will be clouded by his power.
Have you spoken with Tor at all?
Yes. Little bit.
Has she spoken with you?
She told me about her flying horse.
That's what she chose. Yes. I see.
She told me she could fly.
I suppose she can. In a way.
She is weak here. Like a fog rolling over her mind.
Yes. Due to the area being anti-magic, it affects her, yes. She did not remember who you were when I spoke to her this morning.
Oh. She did pass out when I last spoke to her.
She asked me why you were here. I could not give her an answer.
Thou wish they would know they were here. But something or someone changed that. And I will find them at some point.
And then what?
I will seek my answers. And if they have diverted me from my path to the point of no return, I'll destroy them.
We are not
As
meant
if I am...
to be here.
Continue.
Whatever has done this to you, whatever has brought you here, I would be surprised if it was for your purpose.
I was sent down here, but it was the journey that was obstructed.
You were sent down here.
Mm.
You know that for certain.
Mm.
But you do not know when. Do you know how old you are?
Mm. I am relatively mature. I remember war, bits, pieces, bloodshed. It's all bits. Like broken stained glass.
Do you happen to remember whether or not the gateway to this realm was intact the last you were home?
The only thing I can remember was that it annoyed me.
You don't know why?
I just remember the feeling. When I think of gate and down, I think and feel irritated.
I see. That is a dangerous feeling for someone of your kind to be.
You speak in previous. Why?
We're simply different. Your mother is not mine. Mine is not yours.
True.
I had never seen one of you before.
Usually when I'm seen is when... what word?
Performing duties,
When
perhaps.
see... Head.
Sorry.
What word? What word?
He's so cute.
I am sent when decisions are made and finalized.
Yes.
And I remember, I think, what my role was. It's hard to remember the word. It's like something's trying to prevent me. I end things.
Yes. You destroy. Is it perhaps that you execute?
That word. Why can't I say that word?
It could be that you are bound by laws, just as I am.
Rules, rules, rules. Understand. We'll
Yes.
follow.
You can only follow them if you know what they are. Otherwise, you'll learn the hard way. Or break them intentionally.
And right now, I don't know. It sucks.
I don't mean to laugh at your pain, I was
Imagine
taught...
trying to walk through a door and you don't know where the door is. That's more like... Stupid.
You've caught me so severely off guard. I was taught my entire life to avoid or be wary of your estate, we'll call it. You have more personality
People
than I
don't leave.
envisioned for someone made to destroy things.
There is beauty in it. And people do not see it. Because people fear it.
Perhaps. I merely think that we stand on opposite sides of the same line. You bring things to an end where we seek to preserve.
They are not too far different, actually.
I agree.
I may break and pull things apart, and I may destroy. But that is a foundation for creation.
Yes.
As with any canvas, making it fresh or painting anew can create beauty. As pain is a form of beauty in my eye. If someone suffers, or if someone is in pain from working too hard to build something, that means it is worth building.
I agree.
If there is no room and others suffer more, and it
There's a
is not
catch.
productive.
She is headbutting me.
Then removing it and allowing more to make.
That makes
Or
sense.
if someone's pride, greed, someone's gluttony was to consume all of the canvas and leave no room for anyone else, that is not right. Therefore, it needs to be removed.
Yes, that also makes sense.
A world is a deserving of its people, not of one.
Mm-hmm.
So, vow will break and see the beauty in the rubble. And if I cannot see a kind lady with the perception that we do not have, then
Amaranth. Yes.
she misses her sisters
I
and
imagine
her
she does.
family. She misses home. She does not think she is skilled. But I told her otherwise.
Whether she's skilled or not, she is here. She can be of use.
She said sisters were more skilled than her. I said she has field experience in comparison,
Comparison will
and
kill
she
you.
has learned more than they have,
Indeed.
which makes her more valuable.
She's faced things that they have not. They all have their own experiences. It does not matter if they had more skill.
She has gained further perception, which makes her more skilled.
Mm.
These people fear so much.
Yes. Everything they know is on the line.
I do agree in one thing that does need to. Something tells me internally that it is right to preserve it. Or them, per se.
I agree. Unfortunately, many of the Ascended do not.
I am unsure about that.
Perhaps that's not how they felt when you were brought here. Whenever that was. but I can tell you.
The feeling of the principles needing to be preserved. I'm unsure.
Preserving the principles is one thing, but deciding whether or not the realm should fall is an entirely different matter. I believe that they have their reasons. I also believe that they now have their reasons not to want us here. I was not sent. They did not hear
What?
it. No. I asked why the fated realm was left to rot. I asked if we could help them. They said no. In breaking the laws, I was pushed. The Ascended do not want to be here, and they don't want us here any longer. But perhaps we can change their mind. That is what I want to know. I want to know why you were sent and I wasn't. I want to know when. And I want to know why.
Then we will need to seek the one that did this.
Yes. Have you any leads other than the magic?
Principle. Transfiguration.
Yes. That's
I
your
think
lead.
they will know.
Very well.
If they know what magic or what they did to me, that will narrow down who is capable of doing such thing. Or what.
Very well. Perhaps after the next two. Perhaps after the water principle.
Something is not adding up. Do you know why? Or do you know the reason that Prince would betray?
I do not know the prince very well. Every opportunity to speak with him alone has been interrupted.
He is seeking high amounts of power.
Yes. I assume he seeks to sit on the throne when his father has been destroyed. He is always searching for connections along the way. He's been pulling the strings all this time. I just don't know if it is with a good intention or a bad one.
What if this is what the Dark Lord wants? Why wouldn't they want their own kin to be eventually their successor? Stronger than them.
Perhaps.
Isn't it normal in their mortal history and nature?
Yes, but usually it's done in a sense of passing it on to the next, right? But as far as we know, the prince has gone rogue.
Hmm. Or it could be that he wants him to earn it.
Could be. I don't like that thought, but you might be right.
I will be vigilant.
Hmm. I think
Lau has a bad feeling. A bad feeling about all of it.
yes. I feel the same way. There are voices.
Who? Kind lady and garden lady.
Hmm.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Well, don't.
Is this private talk?
No,
Hmm.
not really. Boring Val with my endless questions.
I don't think you're boring him, right, Val?
Not many endless answers.
I wish there were more
Not
answers.
many people talk about.
I don't know why.
Usually, people run from Val. That's why.
Well, you're nice to talk to.
Something, something, judge a book by its cover. Something, something.
Hmm. Like, Dark Lord Soldier said, "What the fuck is that thing?" And then said, "Fuck you." And then I put a hole through their chest.
Alright. That's something.
And then Val learned a new favorite word.
What's your new favorite word?
Fuck.
Great choice.
An expression of frustration and question.
It's unbecoming. Shame on you.
It's just a word.
I like defenestration.
That is a large one.
What?
The act of throwing someone out a window.
Oh.
But
I
I
like
like
that
how it
one.
sounds. It's okay.
I like that one.
I think I'd stumble over it before I could use it against somebody.
I think the man who was screaming about something principle and then decided to try and spear Israk immediately was met with turning into ash and dust and blood against the wall. It was pretty funny.
It was
It
horrific.
was like he was talking with
Here's
such
the
pride,
punchline.
and then immediately flat. Fuck you.
Ah.
I don't know how to respond to that, I'll be honest.
Do you mind if I ask you something then? If the question makes you uncomfortable, obviously you don't have to answer it.
Oh, sure.
I was curious if you and your sisters were present when the spider fragmented.
Oh, you weren't with him? At least, I don't remember if we were. That whole day was a blur. Just started off normal. And then there was screaming, there was fire, and closing my eyes, and we all woke up. And everything was different.
You woke up. Do you mean shortly before we crossed paths, or you woke up back then?
Shortly before we crossed paths.
I see. I am sorry to ask about such troubling memories.
It's alright. I probably woke up out of 2 weeks, 3 before finding, well, not really finding, going to you all when you came out of the tower. My sisters and I, we all had a vision of you all, and they chose not to come, and I chose to follow.
Do you know why?
Fear? Maybe. They didn't want me to go. But I know this was important. This is important.
I think we can all agree with that.
I don't know if they're still there, but I know Very last separated roughly. When the time comes, we can start from there.
Yes. I only ask because finding whatever fragment is left, or at least whatever piece of the principle, I don't quite understand it, but before the Dark Lord would be beneficial. I just figured it would be easier if you knew where it had happened. And it's fine that you don't.
Think of right now.
That's alright.
I can try and keep focusing on it, see if I can recall something else. But it might take a while.
One thing at a time. I hope
How
you're...
are you doing? Oh, sorry.
I'm fine. Today is a better day.
Good.
Be right back.
Santa wants out so bad. I want to apologize to you, but I'm not quite sure why.
I can't really guess why. So, apology not accepted.
Ow.
Don't apologize unless you actually need to.
I think I simply think it's a shame, I suppose. All of the heartbreak. The situation you find yourself in. I am sorry to see it
You are the
happening.
cause.
No, but still, it is a plight nonetheless.
I appreciate the sympathy. It'll be figured out.
It will. I also have a belief that he will return. I don't know that he will be any different, but I do believe he will return.
I can only hope.
One moment. Go, get out of here, you beast. There was a small creature, and they just were stuck on the stairs, unable to escape. It is so dark in this room that I can't tell where the chair is and what shadow.
Doesn't help with the Let me try that again. The ominous, like, dripping cave sounds.
Yeah.
Val thinks you just need to look better. Just see.
You would think that, with all of the many eyes that you sport.
Yeah?
Did you just meow at me?
Grab a torch. Right there.
I didn't sign up for the sass.
You should have known that whenever you saw the prince spearheading everything.
That's very true. I think I'm more thankful that he stops it from being like a dead-end conversation sometimes. Especially when we're trying to figure out what's next. I am thankful that we are tracking the boy, finally.
The hell or high water, but I'm not quite comfortable with how poor was trying to make it only her and Mithrin on that mission.
Why is that? Bad feeling?
One, I don't think they're the best people to be sent for that. And two, just felt suspicious.
They have their own agendas. Val is aware of that. They pick too many places that's high up the conversations.
Yes. It's clear that they
see.
carry many secrets, many that they don't wish to share for the group. There are a couple splintered out like that. To a detriment, I think.
I understand why. I understand why, Horse Lady.
Sure.
Yes, she has flying horse. She fucking did. She is. Full of envy and that clouds people's judgment heavily. So, Val thinks they are similar. The one to give. The one to take the pain for themselves. Like a martyr.
I think that's giving a little too much credit. But I
And she is not mortal. That is easy to tell.
Yes. But I agree. It does feel like some sort of secondary agenda if it's just the two of them. And I don't trust that Amaranth won't just get swept up in it. But it is not my place to dictate who goes where. And I know that I'm needed elsewhere.
Why so valuable? If only a boy.
He very well may be the catalyst to one side of the war. If he is able to cast magic with no backlash.
He bears a mark that makes him able to cast without any backlash whatsoever, and he was born with. We don't know what or who gave it to him. But if the Dark Lord got his hands on him, then he could groom the best soldier in his army from a babe. A boy that's potentially a living weapon.
That's why it's important we find him.
Provide safe housing, at least at the Grove, where the Dark Lord can't reach him. Just live.
If they'll take it. They very well may not even listen to reason if most of the world is the same as the last few we've encountered.
Right.
That'll be something to address. But one step at a time. Knowing where he's at first is better than not knowing anything at all. Even so, I agree with your suspicions, if it makes you feel any better.
Thank you. I want to feel like I'm going crazy.
Not at all.
You're not crazy.
am going crazy for is rest. So I will be making my leave.
Rest well, Revna.
See you lot in the
sleep
morning.
good, I guess.
Thank you.
You running?
What? Jesus. What's wrong? Nothing. I'm going to lay down. I'm going to lay down. I have to plan.
What
Thought everyone
happened?
went to bed. Nothing happened. Don't worry. Nothing happened. Don't fucking worry. The fuck are you laughing at? Shut up.
Hey.
You shut up.
No, we're not doing this.
I'm not putting up with this. I'm going to sit down and start planning. I have too much to focus on right now.
He started it. We're leaving that alone. Clearly something's gotten him wound up. I can only assume it's something
I'm gonna
Tor said.
take my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to check on them both.
Why not check? Won't be hard.
Would you like to look for Tor? I will follow Mithrin.
Sure.
Very well.
I'll find her.
Good
And
luck.
let her know that, you want to talk? Yes.
Just wanting to make sure she's okay.
Okay. I'll check.
Hello. The prince ran off this way. Something was wrong. He won't say so, but...
Was he worried, upset,
Jumpy?
jumpy?
Irritated? I can only assume that he had spoken with Tor prior. That she said something to him. I had sent Vow to her to make sure she was okay. And I was simply going to see if he was as well, but I don't know where he's gone off to.
Probably went through that.
Probably.
Brace yourself, it's pretty, nauseating.
It doesn't get any easier the more you do it, does it? He can go invisible, can't he? If he doesn't want to be found, we won't find him. But... I'll make a round, and if we don't find him, then I'll simply watch the wall.
How are, you doing throughout all this? I know you said you're fine, but, Any thoughts? Anything?
I wasn't expecting this realm to be as in pieces as it is. I came down here thinking that there was more of a chance, that things weren't so desperate. It's been a test of my conviction, I'll admit.
What made you want to come down here?
It didn't quite sit right with me that we abandoned this world and all of the people in it. Especially not when so many of them had begged for help for so long, for us to turn away and ignore them. It is everything that I was made not to do. And yet, here we are. I thought that I would have more support, and I didn't.
Do you regret coming here?
No,
You're not fine.
that's alright. I don't regret it. But it gets harder to stay hopeful, I'll admit. I'm here now, and I can't go back. So, we will make the most of it, and keep trying. Maybe, if I prove them wrong, this world can be saved and I can go home. I think that's the hope.
Is that why you, can't fly?
I don't know why I can't. I don't know why he can. I don't know if it was a result of how I got here or what happened in between.
Okay.
Are you okay?
It is just the pain that sometimes resides.
I see.
Sometimes it feels like I'm being pulled apart.
Unpleasant at best. I don't know where either one of them went off to.
I have a feeling that they're resting right now.
That's my guess.
We should probably rest ourselves then.
I agree. I think I will take a position on the wall.
Alright. Do you like tea?
I do. She's so sweet!
I'll bring you some tea, then I'll join you.
Thank you.
Al, you want some tea too?
Never had tea. Sure.
Okay. I'll get you some tea, and I'll make sure there's sugar so you can try it.
She's so sweet.
Okay.
She's so sweet.
I
Oh.
think she is still around.
She might be. Maybe they spoke in a tower. Either way, I'll be here.
Be right back.
Hmm.